Let's do it.
Okay, we're recording. So this is Borneo. So, I've seen a couple of holds here, and so, yeah, the disclaimer is, all the information I've got on this is old. It's from the last version. I haven't seriously scrimmed this new one yet. But stuff like this first point seems very, very similar. Stuff that I've had success with in the past. If your NG is having the gun like around here somewhere and he's like behind this tree wrangling it and shooting down onto the cart, that kind of protection, then your sniper will be around here also supporting him. And what I've ended up doing is just kind of chilling up here, like denying this area, and also like calling people coming up the far right side and dinging them. The key that I found with doing this is you just need to be very aware of where their sniper is. If the sniper's over there looking to pick you up, you need to know that, and you need to just chill out the way and just not get shot. Like if your medic's just back here holding Uber, there's nothing wrong with just chilling back here with him and making sure the spy doesn't get to him at all. But once the sniper's gone down, if it's called that the sniper's in a different position, then you can really play out here. And like anyone coming past here has this horrible height disadvantage. You can like, there'll be fights going on over there and they'll be taking damage from you just like dinging them. There's like a big health in here, so it's big ammo in here, sorry, so it's not too much of an issue to worry about that. Other holds that I've seen people do like a hard hold with the sentry gun in here. I think this is alright. What I don't like about it is you don't have as good an escape route. But, you know, I'm willing to believe that this can be made to work and stuff. Like, there's not an obviously amazing place for the sniper to shoot you here, because say the sniper's over there, then you can get people up there hassling him, and they kind of have to come around this way. But, you know, preference. Little things that you should be aware of here. If you know they're going to come up the right side, standing on this barrel is the most amazing fucking curry you'll ever have. Like,
Oh my god.
Seriously.
I didn't know that.
Just, yeah, in fact, someone stand up there and yeah, like, the amount of your hitbox I can see is bullshit.
Yeah,
the lamp even blocks bullets, right? So, like, you've got even more cover if you fire between the gap between the wall and the lamp. Check out the gap between the wall and the lamp and shoot through there. That's like just unreal. So yeah, that's definitely something to think about.
When we play this map, like almost every time the combo is in here.
In here?
Yeah, the heavy is here, the medic is like hanging out here, and there's like a demo,
but like
your soldier
low
supporting.
levels, not like lobbies or low level scrims.
So, what I don't like about hanging out in this room is
I think it's a bit too forward for me. Like I think we always get forced very easily. But
it looks very safe, but this is just going to be fish in a barrel, essentially. Like, I mean, okay, you don't want to come forward to here because you're going to get shot. Peeking out of here is actually it's not that dangerous, but. Like, I mean, what's going to happen is a demo is going to come to, like, down here and just start splashing off this area and making this really fucking hot. So then you're, like, chilling back here. And, yeah, you just get splashed in here and there's nowhere to run safely. I guess if you get out the back and run away this way, it seems
I think the idea
dodgy.
is to get them to pop really early because they to get in here. You have to like, use the overway back here.
If you've got your medic in here, though, they can get you to pop really early.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I guess...
that's just what I've seen. I don't know if it's good. I don't think it's
doesn't
seem very effective.
To me, if I was in here with my medic, unless there was like serious control, I guess if you had a sentry gun covering like this back route out, and you're very, very confident of your comms, then I don't mind it that much. But this feels really fucking dodgy to me holding in here. Like maybe if you have Uber advantage and you're willing to pop your Uber to block shit, then sure. But I mean, even if you both pop Ubers, like what are you gonna do? You kind of like you have this face off and then you kind of need to run like fuck because you can't stay in here that long.
The times it worked for us is if we had a demo here, sort of like helping out with the spam, then when they pop in we sort of back out, wait for a few seconds, and we push back in, like somebody goes this way and I maybe go around here.
Here's how I'd counter this hold.
Them in.
If I was attacking, here's how I'd counter this hold. I'd fucking ignore it. Like, fuck it. If you've got your, like, combo over there holding, then you take demo, heavy, pyro, and just bust up here. And like, what's your heavy going to do? And your medic in that building. You just come up here, you crack the sentry. If they get their combo up here and holding while you're, like, over there, like, I don't know, it's like... It's like a lot of those holds where you don't actually have to break it. If, like, someone comes straight at you and tries to break you, then sure, it's not that bad, but, like... It's not actually that useful a defensive position. It doesn't really cover the cart that effectively. Like as a heavy, I'd be very loath to poke out this door because you're going to get sniped from there. If you're poking out this way, unless someone's actively watching this back route, then scouts can get in. There's just loads of places for people to come in at you.
Yes, look how many doors it has.
Yeah, I'm dubious of like staying in there. But I mean, you know, if it works, rock it, right? So yeah, I like holding back here. Why do I like holding back here? It just seems you've got options and you can retreat. Like
it seems really safe back here. Like
Yeah,
they can't really get to you. Your medic can get out and get health packs and stuff.
What my experience of here was, I mean, like if you've got your like Engie being quite savvy with the Wrangler, then as soon as they pop in with Uber, he can get out with his gun. You can counter pop to like stall everything, and then hopefully once that's gone, you can just like retake this ground, get the gun set up. It seems like it's got options. It's not like it's like holds over here, like in that house, and even like if you had the sentry gun over here, they're kind of a little bit all in. Because say an Uber comes up here, where's your Engie going to run? He can attempt to run over this way, like while he's getting shot and stuff, and get out. But I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of times people just run here when the Uber comes in. If they're too far forward, just try to run up here and they take a bunch of damage.
Wait, where are you, Snazzy? Is that you, Snazzy?
I'm right here. I'm the orange one.
Ah, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I mean...
Just run away this way, and they take a bunch of damage, like if the Uber comes in from there.
Yeah, I mean, if the Uber's getting to over here...
Which is not, it's kind of hard to cross this if you're like too far forward over there.
Yeah, what I'd say is like a variable, like, hold would be good. So, like, if you've got a good, like, hold on this flank, then, like, having your gun here and you guys being up in that building is great. But, I mean, if that flank goes down, then I think, like, pulling the gun back to over here kind of seems quite plausible. I mean, they still have a ways to go, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying this 100% just because I haven't scrimmed this new version of the map, and I'm pretty sure this area is quite a bit different. Like, I seem to remember there was a wall here, so once you got behind here, it was quite safe. But this now it's so open, I'm very kind of dubious. So let's talk about attacking first as well. I'm not going to go into too much depth here because, like I said, I don't really fucking know what I'm talking about right now. It'll be interesting to do some kind of post-mortem after Borneo plays out and see how my ideas have changed from, you know, playing it and seeing. So I guess a lot would depend where they're holding. Assuming they're doing quite a far back hold like that, the way that I've seen combos do it before is like doing suicide runs again is something very plausible, like if you're trying to get a pop or whatever. If you come this way and see the lay of the land, what I would say is if you don't know how they're going to be holding and you haven't clocked where their combo is, then for God's sake don't take your medic out till you've got like some knowledge of what's going on. Like I like fighting here because like if you get close here, again you can abuse cover a lot here. You can be doing a lot of damage into the people who are in there, and you should be quite concealed from where they are. And again, this is pretty good cover here. Although when you're coming around here, you really have to look out for sniper lines, because if their sniper's quite far back, as he should be, then it's, you know, quite awkward. Another way I've seen this attacked is the combo coming up the right side and trying to get in really close. So you come up here, if the gun's there, then you're going to be taking damage immediately, so you need to pop. This is definitely one of those ones where, because of the distance you have to cover, the demo goes in first.
Sorry.
That's right. I've seen, yeah, like taking people out there is something that happens. What I'd say as a heavy you don't want to be doing is like pushing the cart through the trench. Like being down here is just fucking horrible. Like there's too many places to get stabbed and lots of high ground above you. Like this trench is death essentially. It's very much a case of you want to clear shit out and then have someone pushing through. Like if your furthest ahead guy is the guy pushing the cart down in this kind of killing zone, then that's not going to end well for your team. Yeah, I mean, again, this is a good bit of cover to abuse here. Like just like any ramp with an edge like that is amazing for like just getting your hitboxes covered, and it's also kind of hard to see the heavy down there. So you know, yeah, I think that's, you know, all I've got to say about first until I've scrimmed it a bit. Defending second. The way that I've seen this one done is you've either got a gun up top or down below here, kind of just covering across the point here. And like I've seen some guns up here, but I just think this is a bit too exposed really. This is very much one where the gun's quite far back and your hold is kind of like going off the gun and pulling back to the gun. It kind of reminds me of third hold on upward a little bit, where you kind of have that forward hold where you'll be holding drop down. But if you get dislodged there, you just pull way back to where the gun is, or like more like inside the building there. And it means you can buy enough time because they've got an awful long distance to push. So places to defend is heavy. Going inside and up is really nice. Being up here can be kind of cool. If you've kind of got a forward hold on, then getting onto this rock is sweet as. You can hold up here and you've got really good control over this area. And what's extra nice is as soon as, say, a sniper turns up, you literally just walk backwards and drop off, and at that point there's nothing he can do to you. So yeah, you can give people a lot of grief like that. Coming forward to here and just generally holding this down, like defending this point, you're really not a playmaker. Like you want to be like holding things down here, supporting the NG, yada yada yada. I don't really think you want to be over this side, just because again it's getting cut off. Like when you're defending, you're not like going for frags and wanting to overextend. What you're wanting to do is just slow them down. Like if you don't kill them and they don't kill you and they can't get the point, then that's just time on the clock and you're really happy with that. So, you know, get frags if you can, but like pulling back as opposed to like going high stakes and staying in is often a really good idea. But I mean, what I would say about that is make sure your team's doing the same, because if you're pulling back and your team's staying in, then that's horrible news. There used to be a really nice thing where you could put a dispenser exit there and you could see through this gap, but they fixed it, which is very sad. Yeah, you're basically just playing around this area. Don't be afraid to fall back. Like, look out for spies, hold things down. If you get time, get onto this rock and you can do a bit more support. But quite often there'll be like snipers back there and it's all a bit dangerous. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, like maybe there's like some meta where you can hold in this house effectively. But again, like it strikes me, if you're holding off over this side, then
they can just go the other way.
yeah, like what's to stop them just like walking it in essentially?
It's like my least favorite spot of this map. Like I don't like point. Really,
Yeah.
like it's kind of weird to defend it because they
Yeah.
have the advantage in terms of sightlines and stuff.
Yeah, I've not found this a great place for heavy to defend. I mean, maybe there's some great spots I don't know about, but it all seems to be a bit painful.
Just feels like they can have snipers everywhere, and their demo can just spam from a lot of different locations. So
Yep. Although, I mean, having a point like that is kind of interesting. Like, what you find a lot of is splash coming down here, and the cart like getting to there, and it being a case of if you can dislodge them from the cart and like regain control of this area, then you're kind of good again. But yeah, it's very much like playing around the retreats and making sure you don't die, and then coming back on and trying to wipe out the cart again.
also their spy can just get up.
Yes, you got to watch out for that shit.
Careful.
Although, I mean, it should be difficult for him to like get a stab out of that, because I mean, he's got to decloak somewhere before he jumps down and stabs you. So what I've seen a lot of is spies like decloaking in here, because there's just so many little nooks and crannies around here that, you know, yeah, your NG's going to be having a hard time. I mean, I quite like NGs up here, like because they can actually shoot down a little bit onto the cart and such. But yeah, no, I can't like recommend being up here enough. Like until the sniper turns up, you can have your medic like down there. You can call for heals whenever you're taking damage, and your medic's like completely safe. You've just got really good like sight lines and awareness of everything. And when a sniper turns up, you just disappear really quick. Yeah, so not that much to talk about defending this. So let's talk about attacking. And let's in fact talk about moving on from point to point. So when you've kind of got this cap in, again, like with any payload, like rushing is really good. I'll normally just come straight through this way and try and get up this side really, really quickly. Because when you're up here, this is actually, if you're not getting splashed, this is amazing. You've got really good sight lines to people holding down here. But people like on the floor in the slightly safer area, they can't get you that much. So say if you get your combo here, this is a really horrible dominating spot. And again, because you're on high ground, you have the option of just dropping down as soon as things get too hot, which is really, really nice. If it stalemates, then I've found myself coming through this house sometimes. What I found is, if you come round this right side at all, there's not actually that much for you to do. If you've got like the flank, like scouts and soldiers holding in here, and your flank needs a help, then you can come here and kill them. But in general, coming out of this right side, it's not that great for you because you can mop up people here, but the people you want to kill, like there'll be a sentry gun in here, the medic will be over there, and they're just too far away for you to really do much. So I'm very much of the opinion that like kind of coming in with the cart somewhat, being on the pushing team, and like if there's not a sniper in here, if they're around here, then you can actually come all the way to this corner, albeit in a little bit of a dodgy sense, and coming around here and like adding support. But again, you're not so much the playmaker here. But yeah, I much prefer this left side to the right, just because, yeah, like there's not that much work you can get done over here. Like if there's people in here, you can fight them, but coming up here and looking this side is just horrible. There's this stuff around here which can keep you alive, and you can just be chilling around here, but if your kind of push stalls and they have time to come and get you, there's just no good escape routes, and yeah, it's not a very good heavy area. But I mean, like being indoors here, this is grand, but again, lots of places for people to come in on your med, and it's very hard to like you don't want to hold in here as a staging area, I don't think, just because yeah, it's messy. Like there's lots of ways in for soldiers and shit.
If you're fast, you can lure a demo in through here and get the pretty much safe lane and everything here.
Yeah, no, totally. Like, so like if your combo comes this way, then yeah, fuck yeah, go with them and stuff. But like, don't. If it's a case of like everyone just like the Uber's building and you're trying to like get some traction, I think. Yeah.
No, don't build in that house now. Just go in real
like,
fast and Uber in.
Keep your med back.
Kill the gun and just try push afterwards if you can.
So this is a really long bit of track, but I've never seen a hold along here that's been viable. I mean, maybe with stuff being changed around a bit, there might be stuff.
We've been trying to hold up here, like with a gun ledge here.
So like a transitionary hold.
Yeah. And then our combos like in here with the demo men, just making sure they can't come from the right.
Okay.
So the medic is like around this health pack, and I'm like over here, and we have a demo or a soldier helping out with spam. Then the rest hold the main. Sniper can snipe down the tunnel. It's really annoying because you can see the card from way away.
Yeah.
But it can be easily destroyed if like the demo comes up the right side and just gets a full haul on your position.
From where?
From this right side.
From down here, yeah, but you have your gun, and the heavy is like up here, so you need to call it if they're coming this way, so you can sort of round them out. It's been working pretty well if you get it set up in time.
Yeah, I think getting set up in time would be the big issue. Also, like, how have you found it on, like, once you lose this point, like, can you regain, like, third? Because
that's
third
the
was a
tricky
really
bit.
nice hold.
It seems like a choice between this and the house behind. Like, if you can get out with your gun, then you can hold in here, but it seems like a lot of times if you get wiped or lose a lot of players there, you sort of have to concede this whole building. Maybe
See,
like
this one's
hold out
changed
here.
a lot now. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Is there another upstairs area?
There's
Oh,
like
God,
3
I haven't
levels
even
to this.
seen- Jesus, this is new. Okay,
There's-
jeez, what if you had your gun up here?
This is what we've been trying to do, like build it
Christ,
over here.
That seems like such
Then
a
just-
nice sentry
yeah.
hold. Like, you can't even take cover behind the cart because of the elevation.
We try to have it here and wrangle it over there. So you have to make sure that somebody spams right and go up the stairs. I mean left, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this seems like an absolutely crazy awesome hold up here. Like, I mean, if you can have people back here covering this, then this is going to be really hard to break. Like, what if you have your medic in there with heavy? Maybe that's not enough work for the medic. And I guess you're a little bit exposed, but...
You can have your medic, like, back here as well. Have the heavy, like, down here. Sort of help out on this side.
Yeah. Oh, in fact, if this is like a nice little cul-de-sac with an ammo pack in hell. Yeah, this seems like a real playground to get a really good defense going. Oh, and the attackers now have a balcony over there. This is a really interesting point.
You need to
They usually
communicate
try
with
to
her.
come from balcony.
Although, I mean, if they come from that balcony, like, where are they actually going to get to? One thing that does strike me is if you have your NG up here, there's some crazy good sight lines for a sniper coming that way and trying to get the NG. But,
You can have your... one time we tried to push this, they had a sniper over here that just was in this corner, and he was covering both those doorways pretty effectively.
Yeah. Man, I'm going to be honest, like, I've got no idea of any kind of meta on this now. This has changed so much since I last played it. This is crazy. I'm very interested to see how it plays out. I mean,
that's kind of what's fun about new maps, though. Nobody really knows what to do, and you're like, oh shit, they're doing that. That's
but
really
on a
good.
weird way, that's also what people tend to hate about new maps, because if they get rolled, they just feel like, oh, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, what's the point? But yeah,
You're
I'm very
supposed
much
to know.
not of that opinion.
That's like the fun of the game, isn't it? Figuring out what you do.
Yeah, well, I don't know. For a lot of people, it's not. I mean, like, take playing Badwater. There's not a lot to figure out on Badwater. Like, the kind of strategic implications have been so rinsed on that map that, you know, it's very much a case of there's a number of options and, like, it's who pulls off what they do the better.
It's not like horribly boring. Everybody doing the same thing. I like theory crafting. Like, oh, what do we do? Where do we hold and stuff like that. It's like,
I like them both. I really like theory crafting, but then I also really love like perfecting an execution of something that's like, and like making it so that your team like runs really perfectly and you get like extra calls for particular variations on locations and stuff. I was just cutting out.
Like the third time.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sometimes cut out.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
new people.
Hey, we got more people in there. How's it going?
Hey, fine.
Cool.
Yeah, he's our leader, Drunky.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, I think defending this point, you're going to be somewhere around this area holding with your med, backing up the gun. There's not much furniture for you to play with that much.
What about those here, like the stairs? We've got pretty big holes.
Can't really do a lot of damage from here. That's the main
Yeah,
issue.
I mean,
Like
you're
if a
putting
demo
out-
comes up there, he can just spam you
Yeah,
out if you don't have
if the
support.
soldier comes there also, and or the sniper.
My
You,
thoughts.
you really need your like demo and soldier to be with you and spam these entrances. You can't really get up close enough to be effective on your own.
One thing I would think about this is like having really good comms and knowing where people are coming in would be really big here. Like, if your spy's outside, like just him letting you know what's going on strikes me as really useful. Would that jump ever be useful? Oh, maybe, who knows. Okay, let's have a look, think about attacking this point. Where's a good place for a heavy to shoot folk? From looking at that balcony, like, you don't want to go that way because you're not going to be able to do shit, right? Yeah, look at this. This is all way too mid-range. You're just going to die up here. Okay, so that's out. What if you come under here? If you came out this way, that's looking pretty horrible. You're going to get ripped apart by a
You
gun.
can, this
But
way
yeah, you can get in and like come left. This is interesting. And in fact, if the gun is up there, then you can get under it pretty quickly. And at this point, I think edging that gun would be very easy. Okay, so like left side, you've got room to play there. Let's have a look at right if you're attacking.
This side is all about like if you can get your spam down, because if a demo's up there spamming, you have to like pop crazy early.
Yeah, I honestly can't see, like, if there's a demo up there or anything, this is going to be horrible to get to. Like, yeah, there's nowhere really to hide. Oh, he came down here? Nah. Yeah, I mean, okay.
That's spam alley too, like if he's up
This
there.
is going to be massively about high ground as heavy. I think you're probably going to be waiting for a time when your team is pushing and you can back them up, because everything's a little bit medium range on this right hand side. Like, unless you actually catch people out holding in dumb places, then you're not going to get like those meaty shots in. Although, I mean, coming over this side, you can get fairly close over here. Can you make that jump? I think you can.
Yeah, you
No,
can.
no you can't. Can you stand on the
But
lamp?
with the crew, I think you can.
No, I don't think you can get high enough. Is that lamp any higher? I don't think it is.
It's not higher.
Yeah, I think there's height issues with getting up there, which is sad. Because that would be an interesting little angle for you to have, but not to be. Yeah, so I'd imagine the gun's going to end up over here. Yeah, and you're going to be working around it and supporting it.
I think it's a really like a demo push. This really
Yeah, it's all just rather long range.
get in, kill the gun, and get out, and then make him pop and stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like much of a heavy map for like pushing these hard points, because there's no real way for you to get in. Although, I mean, like, whenever a demo pushes, like, the classic thing of like letting the demo go in with the Uber and then just kind of following in behind and like doing mop up, that shit's always really good. Like, working out how to push with a demo is a really good one. Like, you don't want to go in ahead of your demo because you don't want your medic to be focusing the heals on you. You want the demo to be able to like go forwards.
And then you just pop up and mop out all the.
And you don't want to be like sucking up flashes from your medic, so that like he ends up like using it. Yeah, you got it. So coming out of here onto last, loads have changed again. The old meta used to generally be like clearing out these left-hand rooms, and I think this might be the same because once you're in here, it's very hard to jump your medic, and you can kind of come to out here, and this is kind of good heavy fighting territory. It's all kind of mid to close. Quite like it. Like going up the right hand side is going to be just, you know, too long range this stuff, so going up the left just seems a lot more appealing.
I've also seen some teams like do like a desperate hold on this point here, like put a sentry over there, have like the combo. You know, if they lose house and they need to protect this point.
Where again? Show me.
What are you thinking?
They put a sentry like up here, just to defend the point,
yeah.
And then they put like their combo somewhere around this side.
They're like my last scrap.
The heavy.
They were desperate.
And hey, if you wipe them, you can always just get back in and try and retake that upper area. So, you know, not too much of a problem. Again, I mean, I guess, so with the Rescue Ranger, stuff like this becomes a lot more plausible. Because, I mean, you can have that hold and your NG can even, like, be chilling back here, shooting the gun. And, yeah, like, if things get too hot, he can just, like, grab it and get out. What do I feel about that hold? I mean, again, if there's a gun up there, then as heavy, what you're going to be doing is quite limited. I mean, because everything's just a bit mid to long range at this point. Although, if there is a gun up there, what's going on with these left-hand houses? I'm wondering, like, if you come up here, can you get around the gun without it shooting you? So far, so good. And yeah, these boxes.
Unless it's wrangled, you're gonna get through.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's wrangled, you're going to be taking a couple of dings and you're kind of through. So, I mean, maybe like taking some kind of forward hold here is an interesting prospect. Although, I mean, even if you get to here, you get to this point, and yeah, you can't really do shit against that gun. So, probably not the best of ideas. Yeah.
Your best bet is probably just to go through mid. I mean, I'm gonna take out the gun, like, with a heavy.
I guess, I mean, you've got pretty good cover here, to be fair. And again, I think it's going to be a case of, like, team support. Although, I mean, also, like, if you've got a cart with you, like, just on every payload map, one thing you should do is work out the hitboxes of the cart. That's a really big one.
Did I miss anything?
Bits and bobs. We're kind of going through Borneo.
Sorry, I stayed after a bit late. I didn't realize I would have.
That's alright. I must say, I feel a little bit like a charlatan doing a walkthrough on a map, which I really don't know that much about these days because it's changed so much. But
speculations.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is interesting, right? You can hear what I'm saying, and like, you know, after your match, you can see what happened. You can score it. You can be like, "No, he was full of shit on this point. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about." Yeah, I wonder if, like, when you're defending here, I think this roof is new. Like, I'm kind of wondering, like, this roof would be a pain in the ass for them to get to. Because what if, like, what if your medic's back there, and you're, like, guarding this corner and looking down? Is that plausible? I don't know. Maybe.
Would it be okay to have the password to the server?
Yes, banana.
I should probably remember that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of things to play around here. And one of the criticisms I've heard levelled at Borneo is you get lots of areas where nothing really happens. Like, I can't really imagine why anyone would ever use this area. Like, seriously, what the fuck is this going to be used for? It looks kind of cool with, like, the gate and stuff and the tracks. It looks amazing, but it's just a bit dead, really. Like, nothing's going to be going on there. Yeah, with, like, the gun on there, like, I think your angle would very much be, like, trying to, like, defend that last wave and retake. Like, this doesn't strike me as a hard hold, and the last hold, even though it's changed, I still see that being like a really, really good hold. Yeah. Let's have a look at this last hold, in fact. So, what was going on previously was you normally get the gun just up there, and yeah, you kind of had this real kind of like Gold Rush-esque finish where it was just like this horrible thing to push into. The big change is this area to the right over here. And I think this is really going to change stuff, because the gun, if it's there, can't effectively stop people coming in here. So I think this is going to be like the real area to fight over. I can imagine, you know, like if you have, say, like I might be just looking here as heavy, like hassling people, and if people start coming in too much, then that's like I like swap out with the demo man and like kind of cover this side. But I mean, if people are coming in and coming this way as well, to hassle them here is very viable. But you really have to have good calls about what's going on. Snipers love to come this side. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is going to remain like where your flank holds out, like working this angle over here. In the old one, when there was a window just there, it was common to have like your heavy up here, and he could just look down on like what they were doing and where they were coming in. Now this isn't so appealing. You can kind of get a bit jumped and stuff because you don't have that knowledge of what's going on through this wall, which is actually pretty big, I think. And also I'd be very wary of holding down in this area, just because it's a very long run to get back to anywhere safe where you can retreat and kind of get your shit together again.
We always saw on this side here, like the medic over here. Them just watch this corridor so they kept hovering through here.
Yeah, this seems to be where it's at.
Put the medic here and just call out if they're coming from here.
This is the bit where like the NG can't cover, is this new section. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of, I'd say a lot of, it's actually the ranges are kind of quite big for Edge's advantage. So that won't take too much of a part here. I suspect this is again going to come down to demos and stuff.
But the thing is, like, if they come in through here and you're over there shooting, they have to pop, and if you pop counter pop, you can just stand here and they can't even blast you back.
If I was going in, I wouldn't pop that early. My take would be, if there's just a heavy watching there, an attacking demo from here can just lay down enough spam on that corner that you can't stay there. Like, I mean, unless your combo's getting pressured from somewhere else, the demo can just like completely control this area, just completely spam it out.
You can call your demo out. If he's just spamming you out, you can just call your own demo to come over here and help you out.
Oh yeah, but once the stickies are landing here, what's your demo going to do? Like, this area is just death at that point. But yeah, I agree. If you can get your demo in first and start spamming, but it strikes me that holding this corner against a good demo would be really fucking tricky. Like, I mean, I guess, would he have to charge up his stickies? I don't know. I think on the angle he might just be able to like fire stickies dry and like land them on the corner.
Our demo can like come from over here as well.
Wait, who's talking now? Yeah, I think people coming around here, either if the demo's coming around this way or the heavy's coming around this way to support that corner is good. But yeah, I think you need to be quite versatile, like working around this. And at the same time, whenever you're doing this, you need to like really know what's going to happen. Like I'd imagine the way that this side is going to fall is if your flank goes down and that area becomes like not your territory. Then at that point, you have to kind of be quite wary about where you're going to stand, because like this area, if your flank's holding over there and there's no one at main, then this is like a really good area to play. Although, I mean, I'd say snipers from main is a real issue. Like, even in the old Borneo, snipers from main were like where it was at. Like, the sniper would just like peek under, and yeah, he could do a lot of damage from there. It's worth, there's like some good play on these boxes. You can get some good cover here and such, although, you know, yeah. Firing down onto the cart is always good because, you know, it makes it hard for people to hide behind. Yeah, I very much think this area is going to be the playground. I'm just trying to think, could you hide behind these? No, not really much mileage for that. And if nothing else, it's very easy to pull back into spawn, but yeah, I think this is kind of going to be where things happen or not. Although, I mean, if the combo's coming in from there and the NG's savvy about it, if the gun's like here, the gun can also cover that corridor, which means like pulling back a little bit. They still have to like pop in really early. So, I mean, if your NG's back here and they're like coming in that side really strong, I'd be tempted to like roll through spawn. And if you're out this side, then they're kind of coming in from a long distance. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if like, you know, B point on Gravel Pit, the way that you always want to be like far away from their combo unless you're like blocking them directly. So like, yeah, I mean, if they've got and you don't, and they're pushing in through that corridor, you know, you don't want to fight them there. You want to pull out nice and early, have them pop, And yeah, once they're over there, they're not in that great a position. I mean, they're actually quite far in once their Uber runs out, and it'll be hard for them to get support and stuff. Yeah, so I mean, we covered a bit of that, but let's talk about attacking this point as well. Okay, what's interesting on this one, I'm not sure if it's going to be the same, is staging areas. So it was always rather hot to be building with your medic over this side, because they could come out and attack. And I think, to be fair, like coming forward and doing a slightly forward hold here is quite plausible, because, okay, so say, in fact, yeah, just getting back to defending, say that you're holding here and like locking things down a little bit, you've actually got a really good way to run away. Like, I mean, geez, if they want to come in through there, this is great cover here. You can really work that. Fighting off here, this is quite plausible. You've got, no, maybe it's a bit too high, maybe I don't like that. Yeah, what else? Yeah, so I think if you've got space pulling your combo forward to here, I don't have too much of an issue with that, because your medic can stay very safe, and yeah, there's some nice angles there. With attacking, I think building up in here seems really nice, and I mean, you can be slow pushing into this area and fighting this out, because unless like say Soldier and Scout break this side, or like one of your flanks goes down, then this is actually a pretty solid area. Just noting things like this is useful to know to jump up to, that maybe use at some point. I think that's a lot better than these stairs. Like having to come around this side and go up the stairs seems like a pain. This is good. And also, if you jump up here, you've got really good cover to work with. Like this pillar and ducking means that, yeah, that's really nice heavy versus heavy territory, that is. But yeah, I suspect combos are going to be fighting on this side. As attacking this area, I think again it's going to be heavy versus heavy, and demos splashing in. I like the fact that this is covered. This seems like quite a nice place to like attack with your medic from. If your demo was going to go in through main, do you actually want to do that? No, this just looks fucking horrible, essentially. I guess it depends on picks. Like, don't underestimate, like, if the sniper's down and your sniper's still up, because of the distances to defend last, then you can actually do quite a lot by coming through, like, somewhere like down there in main. Just because if you're supporting your sniper and just kind of, like, putting pressure on them, then that's kind of nice. What I saw before in the old version, I don't know how effective it'll be, was sometimes you'd get people coming in this way when there was a distraction, like you demo and medic would come up this way, and if you can kind of get into somewhere like here, this can be very effective. Like taking out a gun with this cover isn't that bad, and if you've got a demo with you, the demo can literally from just down here splash up onto it and he can't be shot. So if you can take this area, then it's grand. But I mean, when you're coming in somewhere like this, like having soldiers on the balcony is an interesting one. One thing that you should be aware of is whenever you see these railings, they have them on lots of different maps. Some maps you can shoot through them, some maps you can't. In this one, the railing's going to be blocking your bullets. And you've just got to think about how many bullets those railings are actually blocking. Like,
I don't think these are actually blocking the bullets.
From this side I can see bullets pinging off them. They're definitely blocking bullets.
Yeah, they are blocking.
Yeah.
Like they actually block a surprising quantity of bullets. Like against someone like standing there, it's maybe 10%. So like just think you'll be doing damage like 10% slower to them. Like that's a consideration. But likewise, if you're say fighting through stuff like this, it makes it very difficult for soldiers to shoot you, because half the time the rockets will be hitting the other side of these things and doing no damage, which is always very nice. I think, if my memory serves me correctly, the cross-section of them is actually square, which affects how the explosions wrap around stuff. Like, if the explosion hits one of the flat sides on the side opposite to you, then you shouldn't actually take any damage at all. Yeah, what else about this point? I think being willing to retreat into spawn if you're getting splashed out is a nice one, and like you definitely want to think about that on this map. Just because, yeah, you know, like it's a complete safe area. Also, crossing up through spawn is a good one. Like, say an Uber comes in here and you're getting splashed out here, my go-to response would be go through spawn and then come out the other side, because if the Ubers come in there and you come out this side, well, one, if any of the enemy are here, they're not going to have Uber on them, which is really nice, and their combo's going to be over there. And it means that when their Uber's running out, you've got a good way to kind of get onto them without, like, I mean, okay, so if their combo comes in, I imagine the first thing their demo will be doing is putting some sticks over there. So, yeah, you want to be very, very wary of, like, coming out through that door once you know their combo's in on this side. Yeah, I think that's all I can really think of to say about this. I am very dissatisfied with my lack of knowledge on this map. Can you think of anything to add to that at all? Is there any comments or questions or anything? Okay. In that case, let's call this one on a very, very shonky walkthrough of the new Borneo.